Well, joining me now live in our via Skype to discuss this development and much more, I have Dr. Mabinuri. Good to have you on the breakfast show this morning, Dr.
Good to be here once again.
Now, this retention of the NPR at 11.5% and other key parameters left unchanged come to you as a surprise. For some, there was the initial notion that the MPC has been pushed enough to the wall to make changes to the rate, and for others, they bet that the gradual economic recovery was what turned the tide to still maintain the rates. What are your thoughts on the meeting?
For me, it doesn't come as a surprise, especially the NPR of that. And let me try to throw light on that. The NPR, which is a monetary policy rate, otherwise called the minimum discount rate, or just called the discount rate, is the rate at which the commercial banks borrowed from CBN. That's the lending rate of CBN to the commercial bank. And keeping that rate at 11.5, it's been like that for the past since last year. And you don't change what is working. And to a very large extent, you have seen that rate is increasing money supply in the economy and it's giving the banks the opportunity to lend, especially to the critical sector of the economy. So I don't expect it to be changed, and I don't expect anything different from that. CBN is really seriously working day and night to ensure that the monetary sector of the economy is in good shape. And my major fear now is just the harmony between the fiscal arm of the economy and then the monetary arm of the economy. If both of them are not going in the same direction, we all know the implication of this on the economy. So the major expectation right now is that the fiscal aspect of the economy, which is being managed by the federal government itself and being headed by Minister of Finance, should, to a very large extent, also roll out policies that will be in tandem with the expansionary monetary policy that the central bank is embarking upon. But this is, to a very large extent, this expansionary fiscal policy. And if you look at it, they are also tackling, they are even going beyond their traditional function of maintaining the banking activities or the financial monetary activities in the economy. They're also going into tilting towards the security and whatever. Because if you listen to the communique as rolled out by the CBN governor, you realize that to a very large extent was even going political and at the same time talking to the security aspect of the economy, because without security, all the policies being rolled out will surely not make a meaningful effect on the economy.
Exactly.
So I am using this to beckon on the federal government to work in relationship in tandem with what the CBN has rolled out.
Okay, now, Doctor, available data and forecast for key macroeconomic variables for the Nigerian economy also suggests that output growth will continue to recover for the rest of the year. But this is premised on continued support for agriculture to improve food supply, reduce inflation, and also improve employment. But do you think with the current state of security and the body language of the government, the economy will experience this forecast stability?
Wow, that's another very difficult area that we need government to work on. For instance, basic knowledge of economics is called the Phillips score, says that there is a trade-off between inflation and unemployment. That is, when inflation is rising, unemployment rate is expected to be falling, and vice versa. But the case in Nigeria, when we have instances where both of them will rise, we call the two of them the evil twins, and we have instances where both of them will rise, as we have in Nigeria. Inflation is rising, unemployment is rising. Just not until recently, as the this month, that inflation came down a little. We've had inflation rising in the last 18 months, and unemployment figure also rising. As it is now, CBN has shown its commitment to dealing with inflation head-on, controlling price of goods and services, maintaining price stability in the economy. And if you also listen to the broadcast very well, the communique, you realize that CBN is in a fiscal comeback with inflation. But while dealing with inflation, federal government and other policies of CBN should also encourage employment in the economy, because employment rate at 3.3% is nothing to write home about. We have seen instances where some other economies have unemployment rate below at single digits. So having it at not just double digits, but at over 30% is killing and is alarming. So that is why the insecurity aspect of the economy needs to be well taken care of. Food production needs to also be encouraged, because a case where the farmers are unable to go to the market, to farm, to produce their goods and start to produce their goods, they are unable to harvest when harvest time comes, or they are unable to plant. We might not see the effect in the immediate period when it is happening, but we'll surely see the cascade effect, or what they call the domino effect, in the next 6 months or the next 9 months or 1 year, when harvest of the product that should have been planted or replanted were not done. So that's where the security aspect of the economy, the security aspect needs to be well taken care of. We have seen instances where just recently we have should I call an altercation between the federal government and then the southern state governors, where state governors said they should ban open grazing because of the aftermath effect of what we have seen in the elders farmers clash. And the federal government is saying, no, Nigerian constitution guarantees freedom of movement and the like. So all these disagreements, if not well handled, if not well managed, then we surely have a problem. It will have a domino effect into affecting the economy. So the CBN effort to regulating the monetary sector, if not well backed up, if not well supported by ensuring there is security, there is political atmosphere, good political atmosphere, we will realize that it will be an exercise in futility. Because without security, without food production, monetary policies will surely become impotent.
Most definitely. Thank you very much for your time on the Breakfast Show this morning, Dr. Mabinuri. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. We can only hope that the security situation in the country gets better, because the economy cannot move forward without it. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you.